Let's start, and we are live. All right. So
Where are we live? Live on Instagram, live on Facebook, or live on YouTube?
live on Grinder.
Oh, okay. I should have known. So
All right. So we've gathered here today, guys, to talk about the
what
hobby.
is this, a sermon?
So we're basically going to talk about whatever we want, what everybody's been feeling. So if anybody rewatches this and didn't know who everybody is, can everybody introduce themselves? Starting with that guy, Bo Filmington. Who are you?
Oh, we're taking this fucking serious?
Yeah, just the beginning.
All right.
Stop being a pussy and talk.
The name is PSA Collector. I have over 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. I sell merch, and I'm a PSA expert. Go fuck yourself. All right, next.
Eddie Money.
You know who the fuck I am. Next person. I can't top that intro.
Fuck. You guys are fucking awesome. And who's this guy?
I'm Mike O. I collect baseball cards, talk about baseball cards, and hopefully you finally know who I am since I'm on Pepino Man's channel. I mean, this is like a dream come true. I've been waiting for this. Feels like my entire life, even if it's only been a couple years.
Yeah, I got a lot of trolls that follow me. Can you feel this when I poke your head? Can you feel that? All right, guys. So let's talk about what's going on. So retail is almost impossible to get, right? How how are you guys getting any retail? I know you got to get it for your boxes, right, Phil?
Jesus, have we already covered this on like another video?
Shut the fuck up and answer the question. The fuck you think you are?
Retail? Yeah. I get that shit pretty fucking easy. I show up, stock every single fucking vendor. I know the route.
I hate motherfuckers like you.
You know, Breaking Bad, how they put a little device on the car and follow them around, or maybe that was Better Call Saul. Yeah, I fucking do that, and I get it all.
Have you done a Cleveland steamer? Have you ever done a Cleveland steamer?
Why don't you teabag Mike O right now? You might be able to feel your balls on his head. All right.
I got this new anti-wrinkle cream. Now my balls are really smooth.
Very nice.
So yeah, I mean, I went to Target the other day. Actually, we were just going to Starbucks, and there was a huge line outside. And I was telling my wife, I go, look, that's got to be for the baseball cards. And she's all like, you're kidding me, right? I said, nah, it's baseball and Pokemon. So we went into the Starbucks.
I mean,
and then you'll see.
It's to correct you. No offense, Pepino. I know this is your show, so you might throw me off, but it was probably for basketball and Pokemon and then football and then baseball.
Yeah,
just
actually,
to be accurate.
All the 2021 tops was still there. If you want to, I did go just have a little gander at what they still had on the shelf. But we will see like groups of 3 guys just sprint over there, you know? So the guy was calling three names at a time, and those 3 guys go to get, and you know, there's a limit of 3. And those guys will fucking sprint. I mean, those guys were all fucking sprint over there, you know, to and grab their shit, do like a game show, man.
Like a game show.
State of retail in 2021.
Is anybody actually watching this? Let me check.
Probably nobody's watching.
We just started. We should have at least 5 guys in here.
Oh, 8. Okay.
Check this. March is back. The March we all deserve. So let's make up for lost time.
Soundboard over there. Nice.
So who do you guys got in March Madness, you fuckfaces?
March Madness started?
Yeah, apparently everybody's talking about it.
Yeah,
Not everyone, because I haven't paid a lick of attention.
That's why
USC
basketball cards are being sold right now, Mike.
I get all my updates through a group chat where Wesker Griff, like 7 hours after the game, posts about a big upset. So that's how I've been following.
He's always, me and Pepino always laugh about Wesker. He's like always reading the news from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, dude, just wake up from a coma. Come on.
Yeah, like he always reposts something like he puts the link on her for something we saw yesterday. You guys seen this? Like, yeah, where you been?
I'm still transitioning from paper media to digital media, so
That AOL takes a while. Can the
still gotta
Knicks
get the-
win March Madness?
Maybe.
Yeah, number one team already got eliminated, right? The number one seed?
If you say so.
I think
I'm
there's
asking.
Gonzaga's still in it. Gonzaga's still in it. They're a 1 seed. Michigan's playing right now. They're playing LSU.
yeah.
Illinois got bounced, and I forget who the other 1 seed is.
I wasn't able to get a bracket in this year. This first time in a long time. Just too busy with shit. Fantasy baseball drafts this weekend.
Too busy making money on cards, man.
That too. Everything
Fucking
is
making that
selling.
moolah.
Everything modern baseball right now. Mike, are you noticing that too? Like all your shit, like pretty much all the junk slabs you have, they're all selling now. Like stuff that nobody ever gave a shit about before, like 2-3 weeks ago. Like
Everybody wants everything.
SGC stuff is selling at bin prices. Wander Franco, like this card, except an SGC 9.5, sold for $150. Like I get a message, they're like, "Oh, would you take 120 for that?" I forget to respond. Like, hell yeah, I take that. And meanwhile, somebody snaps the bin and just pays the full asking. And I'm like, why would you do that? It's an SGC slab.
All right. Pretend you guys work for Beckett Magazine, and you got to make like a top 5 hot list. What
we're
are the 5 hottest cards?
So we work for Beckett Magazine. So you're saying we're collecting unemployment plus bonus payments
if you
because of
see it
the
that way.
print media is deceased, unless you're.
No, it's not. The issues are still coming out. What are you talking about?
Does anyone
Pretend you
still
work.
use the Beckett at the card show? Does anyone still pull out like the Dusty Beckett from 1984?
Well,
at the card show?
when you see a dealer who does, that's the best, dealer to pursue vintage purchases because they're like, oh, this book's for $100. I was like, oh, that came out 3 years ago. Books are $100. How about I pay you $1.50?
You're a dick.
Hey guys, Man posted a video 2 hours ago. He already has 32 likes, but he has one downvote.
Oh, that's you, motherfucker. I can see that's yours. It's highlighted. that fucking thumb down was highlighted. That's you, motherfucker.
Prove it, bitch.
Allegedly.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this video is not monetized in any way.
Not at all. So what do you guys think are the top selling cards right now? What's the hottest cards right now? Anybody?
I don't think anything's hot right now. I don't think anyone's really buying sports cards.
Project 76. Come on, y'all.
76.
Project 76.
Bobby Witt Jr. He just got demoted, but some people don't know that yet because it's still selling in my store like hours afterwards.
Yeah, even his dad's cards are going up.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Sort of like Patrick Mahomes Sr. Minnesota Twins cards from like 92 downers.
Insane.
So what do you think? What are the hottest cards for you right now, Eddie Money, that you see are just like soaring?
Pep, I'm not picking up anything expensive. Like I've been buying all like value shit, all cheap
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not asking you what you bought. Just what do you see? I know you're shopping, right?
I've been buying a lot
on
of
eBay.
I've been buying a lot of the social influencer, this guy by the name of I think his name is
Joe
Billmanson.
Biden.
He's been pumping this Astros outfielder name. I think his name is Cool Tucker, and I've been buying a bunch of cards from that guy.
Wow,
I feel bad for you, man.
he really is an influencer, huh? I wonder what else he could get you to do.
Oh man, I think so. Bowman Chrome autographs. Last year was the year of flagship. This is the year of Bowman Chrome. Juan Soto base PSA 10 grand, and Tatis is there with him. And I think since that happened, maybe it all started with the Vegas Dave sale with his 1-of-1. Since that happened, like all the cards have been trying to catch up. Like Mookie Betts is now a huge card, and gonna be some other ones that follow. So
What about Derek Carr?
fuck off.
He's a great investment.
Bug off.
Yeah, how about all
Bug
those
off.
Derek Carr 101s?
Did you hear? Actually, somebody posted a video about how Vegas Dave was actually selling the cards, a lot of the rare Derek Carr cards he had, as he was like pumping them, and he was saying like, "Oh, I have a 2 to 3 year time horizon," and he's selling the shit. Like somebody did some investigative stuff and tracked it to like the same serial numbers that he owned. Kind of shady. But if he really thinks the sports card market's going to crash, well, I guess might as well sell the Derek Carr cards because that's not going to be part of the 1% or 0.1% that retains value. Whatever he says.
Henry S says soccer is really hot right now, and I gotta agree with that.
That shit
Soccer
is. I was actually.
Because it was nothing.
I was browsing eBay the other day. I forget. I don't even know what I was looking up. Something Sapphire related, and I saw this. Whatever soccer Sapphire boxes came out, which were pretty consistently like $800, and I saw they were like 1,800 or something. I was like, wait, what? And I had to look to make sure it wasn't a lot. I was like, well, it's a good thing I hung on the 2 I have.
Bastard. Yeah.
Everybody's for clicking those links, watching those guys kick the ball and do tricks and buying up all the soccer cards.
I think the Euro Cup's coming up this summer, and then next year the World Cup. So if the U.S. qualifies, soccer should stay strong up through next year. If they don't, then won't be good, and that happened before pretty recently.
So does that have a lot to do with the international market, you think?
It's not like basketball yet. Like obviously soccer is more global than basketball, but there's not as many collectors in like Europe as basketball has in Asia. That's what I think. But
because
potential.
Soccer fans that I do know in the U.S., they always say like U.S. soccer sucks. It's like the minor league of European soccer.
Yeah, well, they don't play against the same competition. The money, the better exposure to better competition is going to be in Europe. I might as well play over there.
I mean, I think everything's
WNBA
so hot
Prism.
Right,
let's talk about that. Phil, how many cases have you allocated of that?
None of that. What were you saying, Mike?
I was just gonna say everything is just so hot right now that people are just dumping so much money. It seems like everything is honestly hot. Obviously,
Victor Negron just said that earlier.
Some things more than others. I mean, baseball, the anticipation for the season. It's like everyone, the player, the team they collect, like everyone's got like that positive spin, and it's kind of outrageous how expensive Topps Chrome stuff has exploded. I mean, some of the base Topps Chrome rookies are just like dumbfounded by the prices, and refractors especially, I guess, kind of following suit in the silver prisms a little bit. Clearly much lower in price, baseball to basketball, and Topps Chrome refractors to prisms. But I know obviously the old school basketball refractors have just blown up tremendously as well. And football, I shouldn't leave out football because I've seen some of those prices and just want to smack my head against the wall when I look at some of the cards I had like 20 years ago. I'm like, oh, that's what that goes for now? Wish I didn't even know that.
Is it better than Bitcoin?
No, nothing's as good as Bitcoin.
Correct.
Soccer wax, any soccer wax from the last like 2-3 years, it's just getting like sniped up and tucked away. They didn't make enough of it. And it'll be interesting to see, like with basketball, we saw once the season started, modern basketball kind of took a dive a bit. Like even Luka, even guys that right now are playing pretty well. All of the like ultra modern type players where the rookie cards are released in the last like 2 or 3 years, they all went down. And it'll be interesting to see if something similar happens with baseball once the season starts, or if it's truly based on performance.
So what's going to happen to like LeBron's cards right now that he bruised his dick and he's out for a while?
I don't think you're going to see that much of his cards already came down since like January, and I've looked at charts, and his prices track Kobe. So Kobe's like, obviously he's not playing right now. If you didn't know, Kobe's actually retired, Pepino Man. And
I thought he was taking pilot classes.
That's fucked up, man.
Oh my god, I gotta get off that stream.
That's fucked
You guys
up,
are
man.
dicks.
So what I'm trying to say is like he's tracking a legend type player whose career is already cemented. He doesn't really track like Kawhi Leonard and the guys in season. Like performance doesn't really affect his values too much. Is what I'm trying to say.
But I mean, we got even last year in the off season. I mean, that was the first time in my life I ever seen prices on people going up. And during the off season when they weren't even playing, no trades going on, you know. But I mean, how much of this has to do with just influencers? Period. You know that the prices went up and now they're going down again. You know, I don't think the bubble has burst. Right? It's just it's got to go down a little bit and it's gonna go back up again. And we got those stimulus. Papa Biden handing out those stimulus.
I haven't gotten shit yet.
Yeah. I mean, influencers they have a very strong effect, and you can see it. Like going back to like Rafael Devers, like Series 1 PSA 10. Buy this card up. Buy them all. And like the cards goes from 30
like Luis Arise last year. You know, you had some big time influencers talking.
Yeah, what
him
dumb
up and his
fuck
stuff
recommended
spiked.
buying Luis Rise? What dumb fuck on this channel?
Started Marte.
Starling Kettle. Yeah, Kettle's had a bounce back, guys. But like it's weird. Like for instance, like the Acuna card, the paper US 250 got pumped, and that's like right now it's not even close to hitting those earlier levels where pretty much every other card's at a career at like an all-time high. And like the Topps Chrome, Acuna is caught up to it. With Juan Soto, the paper card got pumped. Hey, what happens is that video? The Topps Chrome update now sells for like $75, $800 more. And you look at like the Bowman Chrome base cards, the ones that didn't get pumped. It's just interesting. It's like you're better off just buying the other shit that was like just as good before or a little bit better before than that card.
So let's talk about all these new grading companies coming out, huh?
Yo, what about
What
the
do you guys think about
WNBA
that?
Prism? Come on, man.
When is pig grading
fuck?
going live finally?
As soon as my cousin gets off parole.
Is he the one who has the slabbing machine?
Yeah, but at least he can spell. It's not like HGA. So what do you guys think about that? What do you attribute all those misspelling in HGA? Like
They
can't do math now. They can't even do simple fucking math.
Is that
They
hybrid?
had the wrong grade. They had the wrong grade on the card on the trout that you posted in the group chat.
It's a
today. I
hybrid
don't know who
grading
posted it.
approach. It is not a hybrid spelling approach. It's not a hybrid, double checking your work approach. It's a hybrid grading approach.
I think it's largely because they hire people from outside the industry. So, like me and Ed, we'd look at this card. This is a Bowman card. And if it was labeled Topps, we would notice right away because we know what top Bowman cards look like. We understand the set, the design. Same thing with players. Like we're going to understand if like LeBron James is spelled like Brenda James. We're going to notice that. We're going to be like, oh, that's LeBron. We know that because we follow like the sport and we collect. And these people, I think, are like industry agnostic. So they come from like, I don't know, they work with like imaging. I don't know if that's everybody, but I have as much experienced people and as many collectors.
Well, Henry says that HGA is using IBM products to make their slabs and labels.
I mean,
Where's HGH?
Maybe.
Where's HGA located?
Oklahoma, I think.
Tennessee.
Right? Oh, okay.
I honestly think that their system is just not so. When you're submitting to PSA, CSG, SGC, I'm assuming Beckett. I haven't submitted with them lately, but you start typing the card in, and they have the information there. It's either a drop-down menu or it starts popping up. HGA, you literally, because I just submitted 5 cards to them, I think last week or whenever I actually got into a submission. You just type in the card info. You literally type it in. So I think they're misspelled, like because you've seen like things where a letter's missing or something like that. I think it's whoever's entering it, like the customer, is just typing it real quick. And I literally think they're taking that information and just dumping it onto whatever software that makes the labels, and they're just not double checking it. That's just what I think. And that's super like not good enough for a big time, supposedly wannabe big time company.
Yeah,
so
if that's
they got a
true,
ways to go.
If that's true, I wonder if you could do something kind of funny, and see if they enter it. If you just, if that's what they're doing, just transferring the information to the card. But I mean, some people have been saying that there's a couple examples out there of some HGA cards that are going for more than PSA right now.
They've been
But
selling high. I mean, they look cool, but so like you have to pay attention to them because they have gained some traction in terms of interest, and like the slabs look cool, the labels look cool, but it's like I feel like right now the biggest customer base in terms of people buying like already slabbed cards are just people who are new to the hobby who don't really know anything about grading. Let's be honest, there's a lot of people who just aren't seasoned and they just see it and they're like, oh, 9.5. Like they're not thinking about, is that really a 9.5? I mean, it's the same kind of people who are coming into the hobby buying some no-name graded company. There's a BCCG. Oh, it's a 10. It's a 10. Well, that corner is completely white. You really think that should be a 10? So I feel like they're getting kind of hyped that way. I'm not saying that they can't grade cards or they couldn't improve, but that's just my read on it from kind of without doing any sort of investigation on it.
So can some of you guys, any of you guys, because I have a lot of followers that can't read. They're kind of dumb.
Suggestion for you.
What is a hybrid? Why is it called hybrid grading? What do they mean by that?
It's environmentally friendly.
Pepino, you got to send. Do you have a Billy Ripken FF face?
Yeah.
FF error. Send that to HGA.
Face error. We're on Pepino Man's channel. You can say the F word.
I understand I can, but I had a point. Send that to HGA and type out fuckface error and see if they print that on the label.
So that's
because
kind of
you would get $1 million for that card.
That's kind of like just like simple and kind of almost dangerous in a way. If they're taking what the customer sends is like face value. The top report, if they ever do have one, which they don't right now, or like registry, whatever, like is going to be completely effed based on them not. And it also shows they're not really identifying cards. So if they can't correctly identify a card, how can they authenticate it as being real or fake? That's like the primary purpose of grading a card, other than getting it graded.
Well, somebody in the chat said that once they get something, a name already put into their system, it's in their system and they keep it that way. So if you happen to send the first Billy Bean card, whatever way you spell it, that's how they're going to enter it in their system, and it'll keep coming out that way till they correct it. I guess that's what they're saying.
Yeah, one of the things that I notice is that I don't see a whole lot of like high-end cards being put in those labs. I don't trust them enough to send anything.
So you
before,
don't
like,
think that
2018.
you don't think the Carson Wentz Silver Prism that I shared with Ed the other day on eBay is high end? I know Ed was thinking about dumping big money in it.
Yeah,
he's investing hard on Carson Wentz.
Yeah, one of the things that they're doing right is they have a backlog of people there's more people that want the slabs than can attain them right now because of how many they take per week. And I know because I've gotten rejected twice being in their waiting room, waiting 30 minutes.
I was going to say, I went at Friday night? I swear I clicked on that like 5 seconds after I went live and it said like 30,000th in line and I just walked away. I was like, oh, I'm not getting into it, whatever.
Yeah.
So they basically told you to fuck off.
I mean, it's like most grading companies,
I had a pretty cool card I want to send them.
At least they tell you, they're just like, yeah, go away. We don't want your card, as opposed to, oh, send us your card. We'll get back to you at any time in the next year to year and a half.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had like a urine color. If they could have a loose gold, Roman chrome. So this is actually a decent card. Like $400 raw. I'm sending it to them because I know it's not a PSA 10, and maybe they'll give it like I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like I feel
subgrade
cool
of 9, 9.5.
Send it to GMA. Come on, don't bitch out on us. Send it to GMA.
Yeah, what do you say, Mike? Like 3 9.5 subgrades, 110, overall grade of an 8.
So do you guys?
You could get 2 9s and 2 9.5s, and they'll give you the 9.5, and you'll probably get like $2,000 for it because it'll be the only one.
That's another
So-
reason why they're selling for a lot, because there's few in each grade. Yeah.
So you guys that are like, you guys follow PSA, know more about PSA. What is their backlog? What are the rumors going around on how many cars?
Last I heard, it's 874 million, and they said it could be up to 15 to 30 years. They now, when you send them an order, you have to send your will so they know where to send your cards.
That
once
doesn't
they're
even
back.
sound possible. Like they really can't. They can't have that many million.
The hot rumor is that they destroyed the local USPS facility that handles all their fucking
I don't
mail.
think that's a rumor. I think that's actual fact. I don't think anyone in Newport Beach has been getting mail for the last few weeks, and no, I think the backlog last we've heard was like 10 million. So I'm sure it's right around 10, if not a little bit above that right now, because they just finally, anyone who sent their stuff in right before the price hike, like they just finally have started popping it in their system as accept it. At first you were getting a message that said, oh, your package is safe, it's being held at whatever facility.
The backlog's probably like 12 to 13 million, I would guesstimate. 12 to 13, a cool mill. 12 to 13.
Definitely jumped a few million.
Let's hope the building has good. Let's hope the building has a good fire insurance policy.
How do you come up with your educated guess there, Eddie Money?
Well, it was on 10 million.
How did you get the name Eddie Money?
It was on 10 million. The backlog was. They came out. Steve Sloan said the backlog's 10 mil.
What was his exact wording? Was it 10 million or was it at least 10 or over 10? It might have been.
I think the exact way he worded it might have been at least 10.
Which means 17.
Probably. Then with that price hike, you know that every fucking person on this planet that does cards sent it in. So probably went up even higher. That's why I said.
That was a fool's move. Oh, let's beat the price hike. Well, you just traded a lot. You traded some money for a lot of time. Or time for money, basically. You should have just sent to Beckett and just paid whatever they're charging.
Yeah, Eddie Money, you don't fuck around, right? Isn't your time at a card show, you value it at like $100 an hour, right?
$1,000 an hour. $1,000 an hour.
Fuck. Even you got inflated, huh? Who's pumping Eddie Money here? So Scotty Tradition says he heard 12 million as well. So 12 million, that's a big ass fucking number, dude. That's like insane.
I mean, it's believable. It's like, look at all the people who are integrated now as opposed to like 4 or 5 years ago. Even I like how
Ed's pushing it off on everyone else. Like, look at all the other people. Yeah, he's the one, bombarding these card shows, going through everyone's value boxes, taking stacks full and shipping them off to PSA.
Yeah,
I'd say at least half that backlog is Ed's.
How many Game of Thrones PSAs did you send in, Eddie Money?
Not that many, but I just did a video today showing my SGC review. I didn't upload the video, and it was like mostly Game of Thrones shit.
Shameless plug.
But no, if you think about it, really think about it.
Anticipated video coming from
after party on Eddie Money's channel.
Go back 3-4 years ago. Think of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any whatever social media you like. Think about it. How many PSA cards did you see in the last 5 years ago on people just picking up PSA cards or people picking up graded cards? It was kind of a niche thing. It was popular, but not mega popular. Now everyone wants their cards graded. Every fucking rookie card they want graded. Every insert they want graded. Anything with perceived value they want graded. So.
2 years ago when I started doing shows, maybe 2.5 years ago, I was one of the few guys the show that actually had slabs. It was strange, and there wasn't a lot of demand for it either. Obviously, that's changed a lot.
I know people who said they would never. I know dealers who set up at shows, and I know people from long ago who said they would never ever do grading. Grading's fucking stupid. It's so dumb, and now they're hardcore into grading.
See, I'm that's everything.
This one dealer I know that sets up at shows that we go to was like, grading's a scam, blah blah blah. It sucks. It's such a money grab. It's stupid. Now they only sell graded cards. The fuck?
Well, it's the same thing with retail, right? I can remember 2-3 years ago, you know.
Pepino Man's stupid. He opens retail. What a fool.
Fuck yeah. But see, yeah, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, nobody liked retail. Everybody thought like, why do you show retail on YouTube? You know, it's all about hobby. Only show hobby and this and that.
Yeah,
You
throw
know,
that shit in the
how
furnace.
the fucking tables have turned, motherfuckers.
It is funny because I do remember people being like, why are you buying 2018 Topps Chrome Update? That product's garbage. And now, same person is going to be like, yo, can I get a box? No. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought of something like there were old dudes at the show that I used to do that had vintage and they'd have no grading and they'd say it was a scam. I think part of it's almost like the ugly baby syndrome where like, you can't handle the constructive criticism. I want to grade my own cards. Like my babies.
I slap ugly babies for fun.
They're afraid of a grading company telling them like, no, actually this isn't near mint. So you can't advertise it as that when you try to like rip off these like 13, 14-year-old kids that are trying to buy their first Mickey Mantle. Because usually that's what it comes back as. And like, you want the cards you buy to be graded, but the ones you sell, oh, no, F this.
Have you ever taken advantage of a little kid?
Well,
you got to think about that, huh?
I love how.
All right, guys.
Just
So what the
follow
fuck?
that for like fucking like 10 seconds.
All right, so let's move on here. Let's talk about So, what do you guys think about no good fucking flippers? They're
Scumbags.
right.
hate them. Pieces of
Hey,
shit.
no,
Be careful. Be careful.
now-
This video might get taken out of context and you'll wind up on someone's channel. Be careful. Be careful.
All right. No, but
Who do you
it
think,
does
honestly,
seem-
who's the biggest flipper here? Because I would say Ed probably easily.
Well, define flip. What's a flipper?
Okay, well, see, to me, I think
Flipper
that's one
is
of those
someone
words-
like Ed who buys cards in the value box for 10 cents, ships them off to a consigner, and sells them for 80 cents. Does
No,
it times
see?
a million.
Yeah, and
You do that?
he buys like a flipper. Hey, sell me your 2011 trout for the price it went in 2018.
He goes around, he's like, sees this poor guy at the card show. Guy's just trying to be able to make enough money to buy a sandwich, wants to feed himself for the day. Ed talks him into selling a Soto Rainbow for like $6, gets it graded, sells it for $3,000 or whatever. Meanwhile, that guy couldn't even afford the sandwich because Ed couldn't even give him the full asking price of $10. Unbelievable.
You'd never pay sticker price. That was ingrained into my brain here on YouTube. You never pay sticker price.
All right, to me, when I define a flipper, I think the word flipper now has gotten watered down.
So the
And
TV
some
show?
some people are just trying to
The
say
movie?
anybody who sells cards is a flipper. I don't really believe that.
I thought they were called jackals.
Or horny wolves or something like that they call them. But to me, a flipper is someone who kind of, that's all he really does, though. You know what I mean? Like that's all he does is mainly buy cards at the cheapest price possible just to resell. Has no intention of keeping it, no intention of, doesn't even buy cards he doesn't even care about, just to resell for money.
I kind of agree with that, but I almost like the new definition. Obviously, people.
You can't change the definition. Who are you, Webster's Dictionary?
Yes. No, some people buy cards, sell cards, whatever. Some people are dealers. Some people do all kinds of stuff. But like, I think the current definition, at least when I think of retail, are the people who don't care about the cards, and they're just literally, they maybe used to buy sneakers or buy whatever toys hot or DVDs or PlayStation. Well, not DVDs, but PlayStations, whatever. Maybe they were the Furby guys, but like they're buying cards and reselling them. I think you could look at it that way too. Guys who are just jumping in because cards are the hot thing right now, and if freaking Hershey bars became the new hot thing because for whatever reason they'd be buying them out all over. Like it wouldn't
Eddie
matter.
Money, you used to flip Beanie Babies, right?
Allegedly.
No, he was a collector. He was a Beanie Baby collector, super collector,
Investor.
collector,
Usually-
investor, dealer in that order.
Yeah, the connotation on blowout, it's usually in relation to they say flipper boy, they spell boy B-O-I. And it's usually a guy who buys retail at SRP or uses bots to get them on the websites and then turns them around in like a month or two because he can't afford to hold them for that much longer.
Well, one of the things
Don't be shaming people for penny profits, man. Don't be shaming the penny profit people.
One of the things I do remember a lot when I was in the Project 2020, a lot of the people on there would insult you by saying you wear New Balance. And I was like, how's that funny? It had to be the sneakerheads, you know? I was like, I didn't get that joke. I was like, New Balance are comfortable, man. But that's how they would insult you. Oh, you probably wear New Balance.
Wait, was this the
I heard
Project 2020 collectors or the flippers? Who was insulting you?
Yeah, it was flippers.
Okay.
Because they're mostly sneakerheads.
Is that group still going? Is that group still going strong?
Yeah, they changed the name, though.
They got to find something else.
Now they're following Project 70. Right. But I think there's somebody else.
You got to do something once your $1 million Project 2020
dude, I
went down to $2,000.
I know you invited me into that group. I couldn't. I lasted, I think, like fucking 10 minutes. Like literally, there was like a post.
Wow, that's pretty good, Ed. I only last 1 minute.
Yeah, I got
a post every 30 seconds. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is like my whole entire feed is Project 2020. Get this shit out of here. I don't want my whole feed to be all like that. That was overkill. What those dudes.
I heard Eddie Money wears shoes with Velcro. Is that true?
New Balance Velcros.
I am wearing the suit to the National. I mean, I'm pretty set on that.
Briefcase and all?
No, not a briefcase. I'm too cheap for a briefcase.
You gonna wear the suit to the Philly show in June?
No, not the Philly show.
Are you really
National though?
You gonna do 3-piece? The best?
No, suit, coat, pants,
sunglasses,
and my fucking YouTube Hall of Fame patch right here.
Yeah, represent.
What hairstyle are you gonna rock? You got to do like some sort of side part.
I'll try to find like a Gordon. I'll maybe look up a picture of Gordon Gekko and like try to do something like that.
Gordon Gekko, the lizard?
James
the
Darmody.
guy from Wall Street.
James Darmody from Boardwalk Empire. You got to do that. Popular haircut in the 20s. I think it was called the Wolf or something.
So everybody thinks there's going to be a national this year?
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
I think there'll be a national, but unfortunately, I think all the flippers will get all the tickets. So if you want to go, it's going to cost you $1,000, maybe $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah, that's always been a concern about limited admission.
Yeah, I said that shit months ago. Mike O stole my shit. I said that shit months ago.
The bots.
I've been saying that in the group chat I've been saying that in the
Mike O, the unoriginal bastard. Always stealing ideas, man.
I mean, I don't steal them all. I'm all here live with you, aren't I?
So what else, guys? What else we got going on? Or is that it?
Yo, if you bring
collecting, or are you retired from set collecting since it'll cost you, $2 million to build a top set this year?
I think I have to give in to. You got to change. You got to adapt. You know what I mean? Obviously, I can't put these sets together anymore by blasters. I mean, who doesn't miss that, dude? I remember like 2 years ago, I was making videos like blasters versus lottery cards and shit like that. And I would just go, I'm going to go buy a blaster of chrome and go get a blaster of chrome. Like, those days are fucking gone.
Now, if you want a blaster of chrome, you have to go on SteelCityCollectibles.com, pay, $149.99 plus shipping. Gets to you in 2 weeks, completely crushed, and you open it and find nothing but a brick inside.
There's a back alley here in Pomona where,
oh boy,
for 10 minutes of you can get yourself a blaster, or for an hour you could do some stuff or a mega box. But you come out a changed man. You come out a changed man.
There's no excuses then. It's
no.
sustainable.
But yeah, man.
You want my blast?
There's no way I could put sets together by blasters anymore. It's not even possible. So I might just have to go the cheater route for me, which I was calling cheating, and just buy the complete set when it comes out. I have no other choice. I mean, it's impossible.
Yeah, good luck trying to find a complete set at like fucking Target or Walmart.
They were there last year, so we'll see this year. I know people are trying to flip them, but
Yeah,
at
too
least
bad if you go on vacation the week it comes out, then you might be in trouble.
Yeah.
If you're out there sleeping on the beach for a week making videos and uploading them 2 weeks later, you might be out of luck.
You're a dick. That happened last year. I happened to be camping during the Hobby Palooza. I missed out on that. I feel shorted out on that, man. I wish I could have participated in that.
It was the best experience of my life.
It made you who you are today.
Top 3 for me.
Up there with having my kids.
Yeah, what is the best way to take like a $500,000 to the National? Is it a briefcase?
Up your ass. That's the safest way, dude.
Is it in a backpack or a fucking duffel bag?
In a balloon up your ass.
In a fucking duffel bag.
What denomination? Quarters?
Quarters and $2 bills. And look for the stars on the $2 bills.
That's value.
I wish I could see the chat right now.
I still think one of the greatest moments of the 2019 National was
the last National.
Yeah, the last National was when we were all in that lobby at the legendary Filmington / Eloy the Goat meetup, and those teenagers were in the lobby with duffel bags filled with like stacks of $100 bills.
I think there was a Mexican involved in that too, that you're leaving out.
He left early. He was tired. This time, Pepino's got his own room. It's in my hotel too.
Yeah, anybody who wants to sleep over in my room, you have to sleep naked, but you're welcome.
Yeah, he's got his own room, king bed. So if you feel comfortable,
rubber sheets. I got rubber sheets.
That's living too dangerously.
I paid extra for rubber sheets.
Congratulations, I guess.
I was kind of hoping that this National will get postponed, so I wouldn't have to follow through with the giveaway that I did. Raising all.
I threatened Filmington with legal action, so he's fucking forced to do this shit. So, you guys, what do you motherfuckers feel about these fucking price hikes and just insane fucking prices, man? I mean, Filmington, you gotta love it, right? If you sell, or is it hurting you buying shit? I mean, Eddie Money, fucking money bags over here, ain't hurting his ass.
Yeah, well,
he's buying vintage now.
I've been buying a lot of junk Phillies, so that helps,
Yeah.
Well, every Philly's junk.
Everyone, even your boy, your favorite
Harper?
of all time, the GOAT, Steve Jeltz.
Steve Jeltz is he's special, dude. He's something else. That Cherry Curl? Who was the last player to rock a Cherry Curl? It had to be Steve Jeltz, right?
I don't know, but PSA 10 Steve Jeltz right now, probably like a $12,000 card. I mean, where are you gonna get one?
Yeah, I mean, his HGA is out the fucking, it's fucking nuts right now, dude. I try to get a GMA Steve Jeltz. Motherfuckers don't want to let those go. Those are in vaults right now.
That's one of the key things that's happening right now is not only do people have things listed at like sky high prices, but they're not budging. They're holding. Everybody's holding. It just shows like the effect of all the stimulus money and people
say like fucking poker
out, and people are a lot richer than they were a year ago, it seems.
Yeah, what the fuck happened with this fucking this virus is gonna fuck up the economy, and fucking Trump's a son of a bitch. Why are gas prices going up?
I don't know, but I wish I kept my Trump Tops Now cards. I think I saw some graded ones for like $1,000 or something. I was like, probably shouldn't have sold them for like $40. Jay McGillicuddy cashing in though.
You fucked up there big time. That's what
David
happens when you
Gilcuddy
change.
was in the comments earlier. He's probably watching. What did you sell? What did you sell to him for? Like $10, $20?
I forget, like $30, $40. I don't know.
What? It's like $500.
They were the last I saw. They were selling for like $1,000. Now that was like a month or two ago, but like I was like, oh well.
And did you buy those graded, or did you grade them yourself?
No, I remember I was into like the Tops Now stuff at the time, so I just bought them for the hell of it, and I sent some off for grading. And it came back
See,
tens.
people like Michael is why PSA is fucking backed up.
Big time.
I mean,
Fucking sending Care Bear cards and Trump cards to get graded.
How many
guys do with
I mean,
sports?
that was back when they came back in 50 days. So I think people just, said, oh, look at this guy sending all this shit in to get graded. That seems like a good idea. And, I caused the backlog.
Jay McKilligutty said he sold that Trump card.
Yeah.
He sold it for $360.
Ah.
I mean, it's a good move to probably sell it. Why would you keep it?
Because he's a fucking legend, motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about?
I just can't wait till my Joe Biden HGA comes back. That one's gonna pay for 100 submissions.
It's hard to sell right now. Like, it's a lot easier to be smart on the buying side than on the selling side, because every mid to high end card that I've sold in the last year is like 5x.
So if Tops Knock comes out with a Biden falling on the stairs, are you gonna buy that?
I mean, honestly, I haven't really been following Tops Now lately much, but I'm sure
Because that's the
people out
joke.
there buying them.
That's the
That was
joke going
neither a
around
yes
right now.
or a
The best
no.
way to keep from Biden from taking your guns is keep them upstairs. You guys don't like political humor, motherfuckers?
In private.
Yeah. Not with 1 people watching.
No, I agree with Filmington, though. You look at any card you sold like a year ago or 6 months ago, you just look now and you're like, huh. It's not like, oh, I sold this card for like $150 and it's going for like $200 or $250. It's like, oh, it's going for like $1,000. Shit. Like, so it does make you hesitant, but I do think if you have baseball stuff that you're like extra stuff or things that you only have because you want to move, like, it's probably a solid time because everyone's such a positive state of mind. Like, some of these guys will maybe blow up and have incredible seasons and their stuff will rocket up even more, but there's going to be guys who struggle, who have tough years or who get hurt, that their stuff's going to come down, I would assume.
Big time, yeah.
I mean, that can happen, but fuck, man. I mean,
Like
there's some
Corey
people who
Seager,
suck.
your boy Corey Seager, his card this time last year, if you had a Topps Chrome PSA 10, you'd have to beg someone to take it for $20. Then it was up to $80. Now I saw the other day it was like $275. I sold one. I had an extra one. I sold it for $80.
He's
like,
locked. He's locked
wow.
in. He's locked in.
So-
He looks good this spring, though.
Yeah, who hit? You guys know who hit the most home runs in Texas Stadium all last year?
Corey Seager.
Corey Seager in just the playoffs hit
A
more
Texas
home runs than
Ranger
anybody
legend.
else.
Too bad he won't be playing in Texas this year.
Good. Now fucking Dodgers gave away Jock Peterson and fucking Kike Hernandez.
Dude, they got Trevor Bauer,
didn't-
though. Wait till you show up on the vlog, man. That's like the #1 thing I'm looking forward to this year. Pepino Man showing up on the fucking Trevor Bauer vlog. Let's go.
Let's see what let's see what happens with that, man. Since he's
That is going to be great, though. Like, I can envision it right now. Trevor Bauer being like, yeah, look at this guy. This guy's been following Corey Seager around everywhere. He's like crawling through the locker room. He's hiding in the bushes outside. Who is this guy?
He's got those Google Eye lenses, fucking cameras and shit. The fucking shades.
Pepino will be like flossing in the background. It'll be like, dude, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm looking forward to
let's
that.
see. I still haven't watched any of Trevor Bauer's things, but I guess he's kind of
Oh, they're good, man.
Speaks his mind.
That's actually good content.
So what?
It's good.
What is he on? Is he on YouTube or is it Twitter or what the hell?
Momentum, baby. It's on YouTube.
Nice. So I gotta subscribe to him. Send me a link after.
Or
One of
you
your
could just-
hot sausage links.
Or you could just type Trevor Bauer. I'm sure it'll come up quick. I watched a lot of his videos last year. I think he put out like one a week or something. It was actually pretty interesting. If you know.
It's great to see an actual baseball player provide good content on YouTube.
Not ex-baseball player?
Sounded like a swipe at a ex-Yankees pitcher.
Allegedly.
Fucking Eddie Money holding no fucking punches, man. Fucking money bags.
I haven't. So he's still putting out content. I think I unsubscribed to him. I mean, his stuff's okay. I mean, if you're into like watching breaks, like really high end stuff, you'll never be able to
I
afford.
was gonna say if it's fun, if you have fun watching breaks of stuff you could never open.
He did a mail day video once, and he's like, "Why would I like make a video of me opening up stuff that I bought in the mail? Like that's not fun." And everybody's like, "Yeah, that's actually like kind of cool. Why don't you do that more often?" And like less
He's like,
sound.
That's
No.
what his whole audience
He's like,
does.
yeah, instead, I'll just open 6 boxes of 2011 Topps Update. Rifle throw them. Oh, I hit a Mike Trout. Cool.
Does Phil Pools make any videos of him buying retail like at Big Lots or anything? Fucking
Actually, he's been hitting up the 5 and below, but he can't find stuff anymore.
He probably just goes on eBay and like bulks buy. He's inflating the prices probably.
yeah, I mean somebody's buying up all this shit, man.
That's why
I mean-
Sapphire's gone up so much because he opened it all.
Yeah, I never bought any Sapphire. What's that go for? What's a box of Sapphire go for?
500 for 2020, 2019's 1,000. 2018, can't find it. Can't find it.
Get
Can't
fucked.
find it. 2017, 16 or 16 was the first year or 17?
I think 16 and 17 were
Yeah.
just full sets,
Oh, okay.
but you got like random autographs and whatever the parallels were.
All right, now that we're back to talking about retail, maybe Phil can divulge a little bit of his thoughts on
Did you say bulge?
WNBA Prism.
Throw you a
Can we
ball.
please get some? Can we please get some analysis, Phil? Long term.
Sabrina Ionescu has a real chance to be the Luka of the WNBA, which could provide some steady gains over the next 2 to 5 years with minimal downside risk. I don't know what WNBA, man. I don't. Is that even how you pronounce it? Is it Ionescu? Ionescu?
I have no idea.
I thought you were asking if that's how you pronounce WNBA. Like I get it. Like everything is hot this year, and I have no idea if the WNBA stuff's still selling. But like,
Dude, I
honestly,
think Phil bought like fucking 4 cases of that shit. Come on,
bud.
no
that's
one's
tough.
ever cared about the WNBA. Maybe that has changed, but
Have you not heard of those
if
back
like
pages?
500 people would go to a game, no one cared about it. No one
Yeah.
followed it. Like the
JT
sport, they're
cares
just
about the
losing
WNBA
money.
too, right?
I mean, I'm glad that someone cares about it. You know, every now and then you find someone who cares about, say, like Delaware State, but for the most part, no one cares.
I'm in Delaware.
Dude, I just gave you 2
I'm in
Prism
Delaware.
Sabrinas to grade for PSA. I'm all in, baby.
Hey, it's
I
the inaugural set for WNBA's Prism, and it's Prism, which helps. And they didn't print a whole lot of it, I bet, which helps. And if Sabrina ends up being really good, then yeah. But to what Mike said, that's the biggest factor in play is demand of WNBA and cards. Not
Yeah,
really
but
much.
who knew soccer was going to be in such high demand? So you just
Because at least there's like 1 billion people in the world who like soccer. There's, maybe 86 people who really like the WNBA, and then
Yeah,
a
that's the
select
big
group
difference.
of people who kind of care about it.
I'm calling horseshit. I do believe Phil has like 6 cases allocated of WNBA. He's just not saying.
And well, it's for a future Euphoria box.
I heard F1's actually got a huge market. Just not in New England, but I heard that's like a pretty global too, kind of like soccer, maybe down south in the States. So that would probably take off, and it already has, I think, certain sets of it at least. Schumacher, Andretti, I don't know. but those took off as did every goat in like January, right?
Where can we find Umbrella Academy hobby boxes?
That's Rittenhouse Archives.
Oh, that's that show on Netflix, right?
Yep, Rittenhouse Archives has the license for that.
Do you like that show, Ed? It's not really.
No, I only know that because I checked Rittenhouse's website for Game of Thrones stuff, and they had the license, so they were advertising it.
Huh? What else is popular, Ed, TV show wise and cards?
What, like
Besides
non-sports?
Game of Thrones or anything else? Stranger Things?
I don't think Game of Thrones is honestly that popular, non-sports wise. Like, it definitely has its collecting base, but I wouldn't say it's like mega popular compared to like Star Wars. Star Wars is probably the biggest non-sports entity, I would say. Star Trek has a really devout collecting fan base too. There's so much Star Trek out there.
Charizard.
Oh, well, I wasn't counting trading card games in non-sports. So obviously Pokemon would be.
I know that the old Marvel stuff is supposedly like the '60s stuff. I think has gone up a lot.
Yeah.
Well, everything.
I'm sure
right?
some of the early '90s.
Yeah.
I mean, everything in the world has gone
Even
up.
comic books have gone up.
Even junk wax has gone up. Box 89 tops used to cost you $1 a box, and now it's like guys are getting $20. So
Yeah, 90 scores, $30.
Literally nothing you can get out of 89 tops. At least 90 score, you can get that $200 Bo Jackson card that was a quarter for 20 years.
Yeah, I remember The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was pretty. They were all over the place at Walmart. I don't see those anymore. I don't think they even sell them.
Well, Topps has the license for Walking Dead. Cryptozoic had the original license for Walking Dead. I thought they kind of did a better job than Topps with the license, and then Topps got the license and then like just bombed it, just dive bombed it everywhere. Like
fucking Topps fucks everything up.
What was that,
like
football
they
league
put out like
business
1,000 Norman Reedus autographs or something like that.
Well, the show kind of bombed itself too. Kind of pulled a Dexter, right? Like after Negan. Well, I don't even know what happened to him. Negan was still alive when I stopped watching, but Rick was still on the show, and I gave up like a few episodes before that. And there's probably been like 3 seasons since.
You were right around where I watched that show faithfully from like the first season because I remember Frank Dornbach was doing it, and I was like, "This is on AMC. The trailer looks amazing." And also,
you have money in AMC, right?
No,
and GameStop too.
The show looks awesome, and I'm a big fan of the zombie genre. Like, I'm a huge fan of the zombie genre, as you can tell by the first name of Wesker, the main villain from the Resident Evil series. So, like,
when I think of
poster of
YouTubers
Jason?
named Zombie, I think of Zombie Collector. And
do you have a poster of Jason in your room?
I'm a big fan of that shit. So, I dipped out the same time as Filmington dipped out from the show. When the whole Glenn dumpster thing happened, that's when I dipped out. I was just like, that's so fucking cheesy. I just dipped out.
I dip out after I come.
It's
sorry.
That's great to know that. Thanks for sharing.
I find it, and Ed, you probably have stronger opinions and more intelligent opinions than me here, but I find that a show is cowardly if they don't kill off a main character or an important character for like 3 straight seasons.
Are you a fucking screenwriter? No one cares about your fucking opinion.
Yeah. Well,
stick to cards. Stick to cards.
Yeah. Fuck you, man. You've been saying shit the whole fucking time. You've been fucking biased.
All right. We all agree we're only gonna talk an hour, so we got like a minute and a half left, and we're ending this.
Who gives a fuck? Keep
you guys
going.
are getting out of control.
I thought it was supposed to be 5 people in this chat.
Yeah, what happened to that other fuckface?
I just messaged him. I said, "Get your fucking ass in here," and I didn't get a response.
What a bitch! He's a pussy. See, fucking trolls are cowards.
Oh man,
he's definitely a troll. He's probably the biggest troll I know.
Hall of Famer for sure.
The enforcer.
People have no idea who we're talking about either.
No idea.
Big time GMA collector and investor, I believe.
Yeah. I think it's more funnier. I think it's more funnier that people don't know who we're talking about. This magical person.
You want him on your side and not against you.
Very well.
Yeah, I love
said.
that bitch. You gotta love that bitch or get thumbs down for the rest of your life.
On multiple accounts. When people are like, how did I get 8 downvotes? Well, half of them are one person. Why don't people tell me why they didn't like the video if they downvoted? Just write me a comment. What didn't you like?
All right, guys, we're done. Fuck off.